What's going on? Move the Mouse here, back in City Skylines. Let's play Season 8, episode number 18. Pretty sure. It's a Friday, I know that much, so hopefully everybody had a good week and has something fun planned for the weekend. I wanted to, before we kind of dive into this last leg, and of course right when I started, it starts auto-saving. Right before I dive into this kind of last leg of the build, I thought today might be a good episode for a health check. Now, a little bit of build before we get started, though. I did clear out a little bit of space over here and shimmied some stuff around, deleted some dorms, and basically made some room so that we can have competing football games. I don't know that they play each other, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. So, varsity sports, and we got room, I think, here for, yeah, for a stadium. Now, I had to break this coastal road to do this. But I'm going to cram this in right there. I'm hoping that this metro station, which is already crazy busy, is going to do the trick for over here. But we'll probably have to look at that. What do we think over this side, though? This is a little lumpy. We'll want to work on that a bit and maybe smooth that out. I think that would make sense, but it is a little abrupt there. We'll I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. And I think we've got to rename this too at some point. But okay, that's not health check. Let's health check. Full cemeteries, definitely something we want to take care of. We've got natural disasters, then you can collapse it, which is handy. If not, plan ahead with plenty of crematory. Let's see, what way do we have that oriented? Probably that way? I didn't notice. But we'll do that. So let's dive into info views, see where everything is at, and then kind of make a game plan for what to do next. Electricity, we really don't have to worry about. Alright, I'm quickly going to get distracted here because we've got multiple full cemeteries. We've got industry upgrades happening. So we may as well knock that stuff out while we're here. And then get on with the health check. We will do the health check, I swear. Did I collapse that? Yes, I did. Alright. Come on. I'm trying to record an episode here, game. Please. Please, please, please. Helicopter. Nice, thank you. Alright, so where were we? Electricity. Where is my power plant? Right here? Yeah. So info views. Electricity, we don't have to worry about this for, well, probably ever. If we look at, what, budget, economy, power's all the way down day and night. We can't spend any less on it. And we've got a lot more than we need. So not much to worry about there other than making sure it all stays connected when we move stuff around. Seriously? How is this not? How is that not powered? Why am I looking at the water meter? Seriously, how is that not powered? Okay. What? I don't understand why that's not passing power. Okay, there it goes. I probably should have played it on 3 times speed. All right. So electricity, except for where we're not routing it correctly, that's really the only thing that we need to worry about. As long as we're passing it from zone to zone, we are good. Fire safety. This is definitely something we should look at. If you're a fan of the channel, you probably know why, but it'd be a shame for all your stuff to get burned, especially really important stuff like... Where the heck was that power plant again? Oh, it's right there. It's right there. You know, you want to have good fire coverage, especially around your really expensive buildings, so that you don't have to demo those and rebuild them. We're doing all right for fire coverage. We've got a little bit of a dry neighborhood up there. Industry's a little light, right? But the road coverage is good. And we can double up some fire helicopter depots. What do we have? 2 on map right now? And they're placed close to water. I've mentioned this before, but just in case you didn't know, when the helicopters leave, they have to go get water before they go to the fire. So putting those close to water means they'll take off, pick up the water, and then fly right to the fire. And I've got the other one over here, not too far, but we could probably move that a little closer. I'm still kind of shimmying things around over here. This is actually something that we just unlocked, so squirrel moment here. I think we unlocked the largest processing buildings. What did we unlock? I think this is new. Pulp mill. 95 workplaces, a little bit of pollution. And produces what? Produces paper. I think we've got enough timber going. So let's do this. I think that will let us continue that road if we need to. I don't want to get much closer to the farm, especially with stuff that pollutes. But we do have the Green Cities Monument, Project Eden, and that helps reduce ground pollution. So if we skip ahead to that, you'll see that the buildings themselves pollute, but it takes a really large concentration to get anywhere into the ground nearby, so that shouldn't affect anything. Although I do wonder, I mean, I don't know, slightly polluted donuts. Is it the pollution that's bad for you, or the donut? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Integrity Farms is 5-star now, so that's good. And let's take a look at something while we're right on top of the industries. So if we go into production, this is exactly what we want to see. So we've made these zones to be self-sufficient, and everything that we're producing, planned timber and paper, is all coming from products within the zone. And ultimately what that means is a lot less traffic, because we just basically have to move stuff from here, right? You have to move the timber to the sawmills, or I should say the raw forest products to the sawmills to make timber. And these do the same, right? That's producing raw forest products. It's just for the look. The pulp mills and pellet plants are producing paper. So you've got 70 workers in that footprint versus 95 workers in that. So it takes up just a tiny little bit more room, but if you arrange it just right, you can have a lot more workers in the zone. I'm not really sure what the pulp mills have anything to do with Integrity Farms, but I mean, I don't know. They're producing something. That kind of looks... Never mind. Not going to go there. So Integrity Farms doing pretty good there. And same thing over at Pepperidge Farm. We're producing 100% of the goods that we need for production within the zone. So again, a lot less traffic than we might otherwise have. I mean, there's a lot of traffic over here, actually. Hung up a little bit there. Please don't crash. Oh, it was auto-saving, which I turned on because of all the crashes. So had a bad stretch there for a couple days. I don't know what it was. Oh, let's make sure we're on top of this. Just distraction after distraction. Because I still think I don't have the achievement for getting all, or getting 100 academic works. I think that's what it was. So we just want to make sure we'll stay on top of those. We've got two universities going. At some point they stop you. And I don't know if we'll have to do a third for that achievement, but time will tell. We've still got a ton of stuff over here to do, and this is one of the next big projects, is stripping this back. I'm pretty sure I'm going to bring the highway back over ground. That is something I'll probably do off camera, because let me just show you. Made a big mess down here, and I want to move this T intersection back up top where we can see it. Traffic has finally settled down over here, huh? And now we're about to disrupt it all. That's great. But I'm thinking of bringing this back up to the surface, separate out this a bit, make this industry area maybe a little smaller. But I mean, things are functioning, so we'll toy with it bit by bit. But this is not, it's not what I wanted over here. We've got to snake some neighborhoods in this way and feather this out, and we desperately need an exit over here. So future projects. Back to today's info views. Where were we? Let's double check. Fire safety's not bad. We can deal, and we will rethink kind of what's happening up there. So pretty good there. 2 fire helicopter depots, that should be good. What's the third cost? And how good's our budget? Pretty good. I don't know that we have a good spot for one though. I mean, it would kind of make sense to have one over by the airport, wouldn't it? If it would let me build it. Would it let me build it right there? I mean, just for appearance, maybe? What do we think? And does that cascade power now where we don't need those lines? That's awesome. 2 for 1. I think that works. So that gives us just a little bit of extra padding for the fire coverage. Watchtower coverage looks good. Hopefully they'll help out those zones. In fact, is that where that fire was? It was where there wasn't good road coverage and the helicopter came to put it out. Awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you, fire helicopter. What about police? Do we have any police helicopters? I don't think we do. One thing I'd find I don't have to do that early or even that often in most of my builds is the prisons. Where are those? Over here? The natural disasters tab. Generally, the police coverage that you provide has enough jail cell, but I guess if you have high unemployment, and I don't think that's the case with us. Whew, never mind. Pretend we didn't see that. We'll troubleshoot that after. That might have something to do with the massive demand for businesses. Okay, we'll skip that. I probably should have looked at the demand meters down there before I stumbled on that one. So crime-wise, yeah, we're doing pretty good, especially considering that unemployment. But just for the heck of it, police helicopter coverage. Do we have any of these? No. So let's see if we can cram one more of these at the airport. That would be cool. Does it make sense over there though? And why did I move this building over here? I forgot to move that back. That was just a temporary thing while I did something. Rather not put it right there. Will it let me? Ooh. Okay, just enough space there. I don't like it out here though. Much preferred over this way. So what if we just did a little service road like that to snap the fire building, police building too? That could work. It's right there in the airport exit. Apparently we don't have enough water over here. I must have just covered enough. Already patrolling for criminals. 35% unemployment. 35% unemployment will do that to you. Oh my goodness. Alright, so that's a problem. The fire trucks are driving into the zone because of the one-way loop. That building that's right there at the very start of the zone is the last one they're going to get to. We might want to consider a fire helicopter over this way. Why not? I have really bad luck, so I think we can fit one right there. Oh, so close. So close with that highway piece. All right, we'll let that slide for now. So we'll have to keep an eye on the crime rate, or better yet, improve our unemployment. Healthcare wise, We've got some sick people. Do we not have coverage anywhere? Where are people sick? Are they noise sick? Probably. Who else? Good coverage everywhere. We're doing pretty good. I say that as I am emptying my third cemetery of the episode, but I assure you it's old age that is killing these Sims. At least I want to hope it is. So let's get that one replaced. Keep working our way through. Who's that? Nope. Let's pile the bodies up at the clinic. Check. So yeah, healthcare we're doing pretty good. Death care coverage, cemeteries are halfway full right now. We've emptied a bunch of them, so I'm assuming all the other ones are going to fill up over here. What, oh, I feel like I remember deleting this and then not putting it back. We don't have cemetery coverage over here. Good to check this stuff once in a while, because sometimes you reconfigure, you shift stuff around, and then all of a sudden, there's an awful smell. Where can we get this? Where did we have this? We got a little space over here that I've been kind of working on to clear out. So what if we I mean, we kind of want a flat spot. Get it. Oh, maybe it was right here. Oh, no, come on. Where will it let me snap? Just that one square? And we have to take out the tower to do that. All right. All right. I kind of feel like we shouldn't have offices here and here. So let's dezone that. That just seems disrespectful. It's a little lumpy one. Let's see. So I'm going to come in and detail trees. I showed you how I've done it before, but just one quick little peek. We'll fill in this one little plaza. Alders are the primary tree we've been using. So you can turn the strength up. You can change the size of the brush. And this is default on console, and I want to say default on PC now. There's a very simple tree brush, but there's a better tree brush mod where you can kind of mix a bunch of trees into one palette so that you don't have to kind of keep going over an area. And sometimes it's just easier to plop down the individual trees. The brush doesn't do so great, but mix and match a couple trees in there, you know, shake it up a little bit, get some different colors and sizes and textures happening in there, and yeah, that helps it come alive a little bit, especially when you're in like the cinematic camera. You get that first second where the textures pop in on consoles. I know, I play on both, believe me, I know. But the thing is, you know, in most, and that's a terrible example, I was gonna say in most of the cinematics that you run by, you don't see the textures loading in as you're scrolling by, and then that is a perfect example of that not being the case. So forget I said anything. I'll try and make it look pretty at the end, but yeah, that's just a little thing you can do to fill in some of that space. You know, stuff probably wouldn't be right on top of the cemetery, and even this feels a little iffy, but we'll let it slide for now. So now we've got some cemetery coverage over here. That's good. That looks like it gets most of our residents in the green. So, you know, if they start piling up again, maybe we'll look at one down here somewhere. May not be a bad idea. Shift around the plaza and the paths a little bit, but we'll worry about that if we have to. Education-wise, I think we're doing pretty good. We did unlock the collider. Where? I'm gonna search for that for 15 minutes. It's all over here, right? Okay. Most of the big buildings and uniques are over here in this area that I'm still planning on tearing up. So that gives us 1 million capacity. I want to say, yeah, we've turned off university boosts. Really? Wait, is the... Disable university boost. Did I? How do I have students if I have the university boost? Why are they coming here? Really? Did I turn that on accidentally? Do we have a game going on? Is that why? Let's chat. We've got to. Or is it extra production? What's going on here? Alright, well, we'll come back and look at this. I think I should widen this to 3. Probably should, because we have all this pinching down happening right here, right? So you've got lanes getting off, becoming 2 lanes. That's good. That's fine. But then it's pinched down to 1 over here. Let's do a quick traffic fix while we're going through all the health check. This is, I mean, traffic is part of the health, right? So we'll bring this down to 2 lanes, or we'll reverse the direction and break traffic. Hold on a second. Upgrade. Let's make this 2 lanes all the way in, with 1 lane of traffic returning. So if we add those together and do the 3-lane highway piece here, everybody's got a lane to turn into. Over here, this is a single lane street. So we'll get 1 lane to exit. Oh, okay. Why wouldn't it let me do it the other way? It doesn't make any sense. Fine. And again, we'll do... I was gonna say, why do I have a street there? But it's just for service buildings, so that they have a nice, easy place to turn around. I'm gonna have to move that. Let me move that recycling plant down a couple blocks. Like that, right across from the police station. That way we can widen this, because I'm pretty sure we wouldn't be able to otherwise. So if we've got, what, 3 lanes, 1, 2, so this should be 3 again. And then what, 1 lane coming off into this zone. So that being 2 is fine, and then this upgrades to 3. And 2 plus 1 gives us 3. And then we'll upgrade this exit. Let's see what happens if we upgrade the exit. Let's let this play on 3 times speed for a second and see if this flows any better. It's gonna take a second. One of the things that's tough about making any traffic modification is anytime you reset something, it still takes time to flush out, and you don't really know right away. But I mean, it looks like it's flowing pretty smooth. A little bit of a backup there as everybody's trying to get over to that right lane. We have 2 lanes that are turning, so I don't know why they feel so forced. That scares me every time. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll come back to this. Where is this? This is at Tegrity Farms. I'm gonna have to fix the fence here. The security fence got torn down temporarily, so hopefully I remember to fix that up. Back to education. So where we're elementary, I think we're pretty good, right? Everybody. Come on, put the fires out. Every time I open my mouth, there's a cemetery full of bodies. His maps burst into flames. Can't catch a break here. High school, we should be good. Ooh. Whoops. Okay, hold on. We've got 1 elementary covering over here, and it has the capacity, right? We have capacity because of the collider, but I forgot to put a high school over here. Shame on me. So we can kind of nest it right here in the... I think we nest it right here in the college campus. Let's see what they look like. If we go over to the Green Cities version, I mean, that fits pretty good. And it being on this street separates it from the campus ever so slightly. We also have the option of doing the traditional high school or the old school high school, which has that huge footprint. So I don't think we'll go that route. The trade school is kind of boxy, so let's go with the traditional high school here. I think that works. can get away with that. Now we've got high school coverage over here. That was a big miss. And then as far as university, I think we're pretty good. Technically, this still lights up as a university. Disable university boost is toggled on. I'm just gonna go double check. What do we have for students? Yeah, actually 1600. So we're on the climb, I think. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, we're going up. That's good. I must have messed that up. I must have turned that back on. I don't know how I keep doing that. And maybe I meant to do that. I don't know. I'm sure somebody will tell me in the comments. It probably was in a previous episode and I completely forgot turning it back on. These are disabled right now and I just hate the pop-up, so let's turn those back on. Increases our capacity a bit, get some people living on campus. See some more people walking in and out of those buildings. That is a crazy busy stop. Remember earlier when I was gonna drop in a helicopter depot over here and I was like, nah, it's fine, we'll just leave it. What are they doing over here that it's just bursting buildings into flames? So, do we nudge this highway over ever so slightly? So we can cram a depot in there? Do we bring... I want to keep those rocks. I want those rocks to stay. We don't really have another spot on this island where I can park a depot. It's so close too. Man. Wait, would it not let me build it because of that? No, it was conflicting with the highway, right? It had to have been. Fire helicopter depot. Oh, look at how close that is. Like, there's nothing height-wise over there that matters. And if we bring it over here, I gotta break those rocks. Which I could recreate, but sometimes I like to leave some of the terrain, some of this stuff. Nice decoration. What do we do? Bust the rocks. We'll rebuild them later. We'll decorate later. So let's see. Let's see what we can do over here for this. I'm thinking this. 2 birds, 1 stone. So check this out. We're gonna move the recycling plants over here. They'll be in the same loop, but they're also gonna reduce a few of the trucks over here by reducing some of the businesses. And also only the garbage trucks really will be turning in and out in that outer lane. For the most part, everybody else should be sticking to the interior lane, so that might help manage traffic a little bit. I mean, again, it's still really heavy over here, but they can get out. They can get out of the zone. And I had those trucks in here anyways. I just moved them up a block and reduced a couple of the businesses. We'll see a bunch of garbage trucks leaving all at once because I just moved them, but... Alright. Now, if we come over back into here, let's get that depot in. Is that rock just 1 rock? Was I making a big deal out of a prop that is just 1 thing I can click in? Oh my god. Alright, well, here. Okay, it's back. Well, had I known that. Alright, so now the next time this place bursts into flames, bad news is it might light up our recycling plants. Good news is we'll probably have fire response in time. Maybe. I have to stay tuned there. Any fires behind our back? Is half the map disappeared in a pile of ash. What's going on over here? Is there a... I thought I saw a supply complaint in industry. Might have just got resolved as I turned. Noise sickness. Yeah, that's what that person... Yeah, this is noise sickness over here. There was a sick person in this building. And, yeah, I assumed it was from this. Let's go get a look down there. I feel like we haven't been on foot in a while. Who do we got? Who was the... Shame on me. You know how long it's been since I've been on foot? I don't even remember the mascot. I'm sure I will when I see it. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Never you mind. Alright. I'm so sorry. It's been so long. Good to see you again. Welcome back. Jeffrey, he's happy, he's dancing. This is a really busy place in here. Let's do it on one-time speed, because it just looks so insane. Somebody's gonna have a seizure. It is so busy. Here, can we get in first person? With the giraffe's height, that's awesome. So yeah, I mean, I'm liking it. You know, console has a really flat graphic look, especially. One of the problems with this is that I'm recording in with the day-night mode off, and it is just 12 o'clock, noon, very little shadows. The game does have some pretty nice lights, but you don't really get an appreciation for it on a clear, sunny day at 12 o'clock with next to no shadows. Let's go check out a couple things here. I know we're getting distracted, but you have to bear with me for 1 minute. I just want to get a look over here kind of at this walk up into the campus. Definitely, I like it. Got a good look with the hills in the background there. I really like these campus maps. They did a really good job with them. If you have to build on 9 tiles, it may as well look the part. And I think so far we're achieving that, right? It's, you know, we've got a lot of map we didn't touch, but if you look at it from there, that freaking space elevator. Let me toggle that off, please. Paradox, if you're listening. It would be awesome. And if it's in there, and if there's a way to toggle this off and I didn't know it, and I just missed it in the options, please remind me where that is. And feel free to tell me I'm an idiot. Because I'll tell you all the time. I do stupid things. Like, say I'm going to do a video about the health check on the city and then get completely distracted. I dropped a couple public libraries in, apparently, and I'm super confused about these. They are supposed to provide a small education boost, but they have such little availability. Is that because of one-ways over there? Oh, well, that doesn't help. Okay, well, that one's my bad. Let's move some people out. Let's do that. Is this a dead end? I feel like I had that. Oh yeah, I totally had that connected at one point. Gotta reconsider that. Although traffic is kind of moving. Where was that intersection we were messing around with? Which one was this one? There we go. Flowing right along now. A little bit of lane mathematics helps out, goes a long way, and looks like it solved our backup problem there. Oh, I did this too. I don't remember if I did this on camera. Entrance and exit to the university sports is now off of this roundabout, so it doesn't go through the campus. And when we walked up on the campus a moment ago, and you didn't have those obnoxious highway pieces there in the background, that really, I think, makes a big difference. I think this campus looks a lot better now. Alright, health check. Education, doing great. Population, 37% unemployment, because while I'm doing all this talking, we're not answering any of the demand for commercial or industry. So, when there's too many jobs for everybody, and there's plenty of jobs for anyone who would move to town, that's when you have residential demand. But when you have really high unemployment and you're not meeting that demand, which I'm not doing right now, that means that you're going to not have anybody looking to move in, so no residential demand. So those can be inverse for a reason. We're going to have to kind of rebalance, I think, and we're going to move a ton of people out. So I'm really going to rethink this and gut a ton of this. It's going to cost us some money in the short term. We're definitely going to lose some budget, but it'll be worth it because right now the balance is just so far off for the city. You know, we're not abandoning buildings, right? We don't have businesses abandoning, not yet at least. They might soon if we don't fix the employment problem. But it's not that, you know, there's not enough goods or not enough workers. We just need more jobs, and we can do that. Kind of solve two things there, because we have this huge neighborhood of residential over here, and since we need space for other zones, and we have a lot of unemployment, not necessarily these people, but they'll do. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna start by thinning this out, because I think, again, what I want to do is bring this highway back up over ground and do something more creative over here that we can actually see the flow happening. I'd like to keep this high school block intact, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. So let's just kind of gut everything south of Maple. And since this is all residential and nobody cares to move back in, this isn't going to fill back up. So I want to delete this and kind of get a look at where that's going to come through. Now, if we don't have residential over here, actually, we don't need the high school, so let's rethink the schooling after the fact. And I guess let's do this the quick way. Is this all residential? It is, okay. So we'll let the game move people out. Deliver them their eviction notice by changing the color of the ground. Now, what are the chances that that was the 37% of the population that was unemployed, all living right there? That would be awesome. 36, we got 1% of them. Not quite what I was hoping for, but that's all right. We just need to rebalance everything. And one of the things that we really need to do over here is traffic also. So how many, I should have looked at the population before. Wow. A lot of people walking around down there. So what I'll do, we'll take a quick look through a couple more metrics for the city, and then I'm gonna let it run for a while, because if there is abandonment, if there's parts of the town that aren't functioning well, I want to know that before I build this part up too much. I want to make sure that we didn't disturb the balance. Pause. I want to make sure we didn't disturb the balance of the rest of our town, impacting anything like power to everywhere. So that's not going to get changed over here. So that should keep delivering power. That should fix all these. Let's 3 times speed it. And yeah, let's see if we disrupted too much over here. Hopefully not. And now we'll be able to kind of reconnect this highway over ground, rethink this exit. I built this little kind of beltway on the backside of the city. I don't know if I'm going to keep that. I think we can make it more efficient and maybe get an exit here, over here, and something in the middle for the industry. I don't know. I don't know what we can do. Why is that not getting power now? Because this isn't connected over here. All right, we'll make a little bit of mess of power lines here for a moment while we think about where we're going to move all this stuff to. Not worried about those not having power for the moment. In fact, let's just get rid of that. So we will need to replace that. I think I'm gonna stick with this. I don't know. Let me pose this question to you, though, since if you stay tuned this long, you probably care. Should I leave this as a roundabout, kind of feeding into these different quadrants? Should we jump out to like a 6-lane street that, you know, feeds traffic straight left and right, and, you know, into very minimal intersections? What do you want to see? What should we do? Should we do something different? The roundabouts work. but I just wonder if they're boring. We've got to rethink this. We've got to rebuild it. We're going to tear the highway up and bring it through here and overground. Yeah, so let me know what you want to see in the comments down below. Would appreciate the feedback. I'm going to let it run for just a little bit. I might touch, you know, a little something here or there. Probably not too much. I'm going to try. But I'm going to let it run again and just see how the balance is right now. How much do we mess things up by moving all those people out? 28% unemployment, so... You know, the next thing that we really have to tackle is this. And I'd like to keep some of it. We don't want to have to bust it all. So we were going to do kind of a modern city center here. We're starting to get a little bit of demand for residential creeping back up, but we'll solve that job problem first. But I think one of the big things is now that we have this space to work with, the highway project's going to be next. So let me know what you think. What do we do with this? Are we okay with the roundabout, the rotary, or do we want to take our chances and feed it in maybe 2 different exits? Keep the beltway in the back? I don't know. Again, you stayed tuned this long, so let me know your thoughts. Likes, comments, and shares all help the channel a lot and are greatly appreciated. You know the drill. Check back for new videos Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Follow me on Twitter and join the Discord if you want to get involved in the discussion. If you'd like to support the channel, there's links to that and all those other things in the description down below. But until the next one, this is Move the Mouse, signing off.